The year 2023 for gaming has been non-stop pretty much since the jump. And September is going to be another big month with big blockbuster titles like Mortal Kombat, Liza P, Baldur's Gate 3 coming to PlayStation 5, and much more. But in today's video, I want to give a shout out to the smaller companies, to the indie games out there that I truly love and I am passionate about. A lot of these developers that take so much time and so much passion and pour it into a project to just be kind of overlooked by so many other indie games out there vying for attention, so much other blockbuster titles that have the marketing that these games wish they had. So in this video, I'm gonna be a really small YouTuber shouting out some really small games coming out in the month of September for 2023. Stick around if you guys like this type of video, like the video if you guys like it, and please consider subscribing, as that does help a small little YouTuber like me and my wife get a little bit bigger. So without wasting any more of your time, let's get into the first game. And if you've been paying attention, the first game has been on the screen pretty much since the jump of this video. The first game on our list is Into the Sky. Into the Sky is coming to all platforms, whether that be the Nintendo Switch, PC, Xbox, PlayStation, you name it, you have access to it. This is coming on September 7th for the very low price of $9.99. Well, what is Into the Sky though? Well, Into the Sky is a 3D first-person puzzle platformer. All these games have so many different genres nowadays, but I really like it. I like that it adds a little different, something new to it. And for me, when I saw this game, it looks very floaty. It looks very like smooth to maneuver around. And this is brought to you by the same people who made like the Air series of games where you play like as a bird who flies through things. Something they really have down is that float mechanic that just feels so good to traverse through air, and I really like it. Something else that really caught my attention is the fact that this looks to me like kind of like a 3D style Celeste game where you can kind of jump through platforms and they have those little diamonds that give you an extra jump. Something not completely new to like this type of game, but when done right is very satisfying. So yeah, this is Into the Sky coming on all platforms September 7th. Check it out if it looks interesting to you. Moving on to the next game on our list, we have Gravity Oddity. Gravity Oddity is coming on all platforms again, and it's coming out September 13th, and it is coming for the low price of $14.99. But what is Gravity Oddity? Well, Gravity Oddity is a roguelike. We know these indie developers, they love their roguelikes, and hey, I'm not complaining because I buy a lot of roguelikes. They're really fun games to pass the time with. They're fun games not to take too seriously, and they're fun games that if you really do want to take it seriously, whoa, get ready for a fun ride. Things like Dead Cells kind of really popularized this like style of game, and we just seen it blow up ever since with games like Hades winning Game of the Year. I'm not gonna say Gravity Oddity is gonna be on the level of like a Dead Cell or a Hades, but it does look like a very commendable attempt at a really solid roguelike. You play as this like space astronaut, and you're like on this one-man mission to save your friend in space from like, aliens or whatever. The stories don't really like compel me to want to buy this game. The thing that makes me want to buy this game is, again, just how crazy this game looks like it can get, and how badass it'll feel to like actually complete levels and progress a little bit more forward in this type of game. Gravity Oddity is a game that has me interested. Again, it's releasing September 13th on all platforms. The next game is Thunder Ray. Thunder Ray is coming on all platforms September 14th for $14.99. Thunder Ray is a game that when I saw the art style, I was immediately hooked into whatever the heck I was about to see. And what I saw got me even more hyped. This is like Punch-Out reimagined into like this like cool art style, something with more modern, like I don't want to say like more modern looking style of game because it doesn't look like the most modern style of game, but it definitely looks very interesting and very like eye-catching, and it looks like a very fun, interesting twist on like the whole Punch-Out, you know, stand there and box somebody kind of game. And I think there's not a whole lot of these style of games, and God knows if Nintendo will ever make another Punch-Out. So in the meantime, we have Thunder Ray, again, coming on all platforms September 14th. On the same day, September 14th, for the same price, $14.99. This game is only coming to Switch and PC currently. This is Hamster on Rails. Hamster on Rails looks to me like a really cute, really fun, colorful new take on what Nintendo did like back on the Wii U and even on the Nintendo Switch with like the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker game, where you're like have this diorama that you can like spin around to like solve puzzles in like a 3D environment. Looks really cool, looks really exciting. The colors really caught my eye, and I really like Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, so I'm excited to see if this game can like kind of evolve that style of game. And I just love when indie developers take like wholeheartedly inspiration from other games, wear it on their sleeve, but still find ways to make it a little bit different and not just like a carbon copy of that inspiration game. So yeah, again, this is coming to PC and Switch on September 14th. Alright, the next game is Fairy Afterlight. This is also coming September 14th for $19.99 on all platforms. Fairy Afterlight looks to be a really cool take on the 2D Metroidvania style of games. They do things where you can interact with the environment and even change a lot of your surroundings to kind of like maneuver around differently throughout the levels and throughout the game. There's not much I could really say about the game except for the fact that it just looks fantastic. It looks smooth. They had a demo back a while back, and I remember hearing a lot of really good buzz from this game. So I got really interested when I saw it. And we don't know when Hollow Knight Silksong is coming out, so if you're interested in like a really high polished 2D Metroidvania until then, definitely check this game out. Again, all platforms, September 14th. Again, if you're interested, wishlist it wherever you can and check it out. Okay, the next game on our list is Corbett, A Colorful Adventure. Corbett's Colorful Adventure is coming to all platforms September 15th for $11.99. This is a 3D puzzle platforming adventure. It looks very N64 to me. I do not know why. It is definitely a lot more cleaned up visually, and it looks like it controls a lot smoother than anything on the N64. The colors really pop and are really eye-catching. Corbett is just an adorable little mascot. I freaking love the guy. And all in all, this game looks to me like just a vibe and a good time, and I really am really interested in checking this game out. The only thing that looks to me is I'm hoping they're able to like balance the like puzzle and platforming in a way that they kind of interact with each other, not just you have platforming segments and then you have puzzle segments, because I think a lot of times with these like 3D platformers, that like puzzle part of it really gets lost in translation sometimes, or it's too heavy the focus. And I think the things that made a lot of the N64 games really shine above a lot of 3D platformers was the fact that they were able to marry the 3D platforming with a lot of other like aspects to the game, whether it be combat or adventure, etc. Anyways, all platforms, Corbett's Colorful Adventure coming September 15th. Check it out. The next game on our list looks so freaking weird and awesome. There's no way I couldn't include it on this list of awesome indie games. This is Super Adventure Hand. It's coming to just the Switch and PC, unfortunately, on September 21st for $12.99. And Super Adventure Hand is a puzzle platformer where you play as hands down the most handsome hand in the world, and this just looks fun. It looks silly. It's a 3D puzzle platformer that looks to really understand what makes 3D puzzle platforming really cool, really interesting. I love how like simple a lot of the worlds and like environments look, while like just being weird because you're being navigated by hand. I love that the enemies are like feet, and it looks like they're trying to kick you down a little bit. But my guy, the hand, whatever hand's name is, I'm sold on this mascot of a character. I kind of hope that this game does really well, because I'd like to see what more they can do with just this mechanic of a hand navigating through the world. I don't know if they took inspiration from Glover, but this looks a million times better than Glover. No offense to you Glover lovers out there, but Glover just was not the business, and this game looks to be everything that mechanic of navigating a hand ought to do and ought to be. Again, I freaking love this game, from just the visuals, from the gameplay style, from the weird concept of it all, and I can't wait to check it out September 21st. Hope you guys do. Again, just Switch and PC. The next game on our list is Retro Kart Rush. Retro Kart Rush is also releasing September 21st. It is currently already available on Steam PC if you guys are interested, but on September 21st it is coming to the Nintendo Switch for the very low price of $4.99. Now honestly, when I saw this game, I personally was really interested in it, but I was a little skeptical about adding it to this list. And the reason being is because I was struggling to see what makes this game different from, you know, Super Mario Kart back on the Super NES. And the more I started looking at it, the more I was interested in it. The level design, yes, is a little too much inspired by Mario Kart back on the SNES, but the gameplay looks smoother. The gameplay looks a lot more fast. So you know what, for $4.99, I don't think you can go wrong with picking up Retro Kart Rush, especially if you're into that retro style of kart racing that, you know, Mario Kart definitely invented. And yes, it's like almost a carbon copy, but it definitely looks to be modernized in a way that's not pulling away from that retro inspiration that we just love to see. Again, coming to the Switch. It's already on PC if you want it. September 21st, $4.99. Check it out, you guys. Alright, man, this next game, I don't want to say looks to be my favorite because I have a special place for all these games, like within my hype, within things that I want to see from these games. But this game looks to be probably one of the most creative and just all-out fun blasts of a game. This is Robo Dunk. It's coming September 25th to all platforms for $14.99. And what is Robo Dunk, do you ask? I mean, it's a basketball roguelike game. It's two-player it has a two-player co-op campaign. It also has four-player versus mode. This game looks just all out crazy fun, shenanigans for shenanigans. And again, there's not much more I can say for the fact that the fun just like beams and radiates off of the trailers. The gameplay looks smooth. It looks like an arcadey retroid style of like basketball game. You throw in roguelike for, again, all these indie developers love the roguelike. Again, I've said it before, all these indie developers like to like mash a bunch of different genres together and see what the hell comes out of it. And I'm all for it because I like to see like people take different risks, take takes on different ideas that we just know. Again, I haven't played a basketball game in a really long time. Robo Dunk looks to bring me back to playing basketball games, even if it is in this very weird, quirky way. I'm here for you guys. Again, all platforms, September 25th, Robo Dunk, check it out. Alright, let's end this list off with a weird, creepy style game. This is Before the Night. Before the Night is actually already on Steam if you guys are interested, but it is coming to the Nintendo Switch September 28th for $22.99. This game looks creepy as hell, and it's like fitting since after September's October, it's a spooky season, we're getting into that. Before the Night like has a weird story where you play as this girl in a world where humans are the animals to pets. And again, weird concept, but it looks interesting, it looks weird, it looks strange. Again, it is on Steam PC if you guys are interested for a cheaper price than the Switch, but it is coming to the Switch if you're interested in like a really spooky story for Halloween. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna end the video here. This is my list of upcoming indie games for September 2023. Let me know down below what you guys think.